In this video, we are going to be plotting ordered pairs again, only this time we are going to include some negative numbers. So our coordinate plane looks a little bit different this time, but that's because we're including some negative numbers. Here is our x as always and our y as always. We're just going to try 3 different points. And these points are going to include some negative numbers. So first off, the origin looks a little different this time than it did last time, but as we said before, it's always going to be where x and y cross. So our origin is right here in the very middle, where x and y cross. Here is our first point that we are going to be plotting. -2, 4. And just like we always do, we're going to label our points. So our x number always comes first and our y number comes second. So I'm going to find -2 on the coordinate plane. I'm going to start at the origin and I'm going to follow the x-axis until I get to -2. Okay? And I'm not exactly sure which direction my line needs to go. So I'm going to hold off on drawing my line. I need to go to where 4 is on the y-axis. This is +4. So I know that I'm going over here. So you can see that this x number, -2, the line needs to go up here in that direction. And then for my y number, my guideline needs to go in this direction so that I can find where these lines are going to cross. And my line is a little bit off. That's okay. Fix it. Okay. These lines are going to cross over here, so I'm going to put a dot right there. This is where my point is going to be. So when I remove my guidelines, I'm left with a point right there, and I'm going to label it -2, 4. So you can see before, all of our points were positive numbers, and so we only needed this section of the coordinate plane. Now that we have some negative numbers, we need to have some more space to include where those negative numbers would be. All right, let's try another one. We are going to plot 5, -3. I'm going to label my points. So x is 5 and y is -3. So I'm going to start with my x number first. I start at the origin. I'm going in a positive direction, so I need to go over to 5. And I know that 5 is right here in between 4 and 6. Right there. All right, and then my y is -3. So I'm going to start at the origin. On the y-axis, I need to go down this time because I am looking for -3. And I know that -3 is in between -2 and -4 right there. And I'm going to draw my lines. So here is my first guideline. And here's my second guideline. And I'm looking for where they cross, and I see that spot. They cross right here. So when I get rid of my guidelines, I can tell that my point is right there. So this is 5, -3. Okay, what happens when both of our numbers are negative? Where do we think that point is going to go? Let's try -4, -6. As usual, we're going to label our point. So x is our first number and y is our second number. If x is -4, I'm going to start at the origin and I'm going to move down the origin until I get to -4, which is right there. And then I need to find where y is -6. So I start at the origin in the middle and I go down until I get to where y is -6. And here I go. So now I'm going to draw my guidelines. Here at -6, go across. And then I need to draw a guideline for my x number, -4. And I can see that these lines cross at this point right here. So once I erase my guidelines, I'm left with a point right here, which is -4, -6. And those are coordinates that included negative numbers.